Lily wiped the counter and glanced at the clock above the grill. The late shift at the small Arizona diner was usually quiet, filled with tired truckers and lonely coffee cups. At 24, she balanced work and college, believing patience and kindness could get her through anything. The door swung open, and 3 men stumbled inside, smelling of beer and arrogance. Their voices were loud, their jokes careless. Lily served them calmly, asking them to keep it down. Her polite tone only fueled their laughter, and the air in the diner grew tense and uncomfortable. One man blocked her path while another grabbed her arm. As she tried to pull free, a rough hand tugged her shirt, tearing the fabric. Gasps echoed around the diner. Lily froze, fear tightening her chest as the men laughed without understanding how far they had crossed the line. The bell above the door rang sharply. An older biker stepped inside, boots heavy against the floor. His leather vest carried a familiar, feared patch. Lily's eyes filled with relief as she whispered, "Ethan!" The biker's expression shifted from calm to deadly focus in seconds. Ethan took in the scene, the torn shirt, Lily's shaking hands, the men's smirks. Outside, engines began to rumble, growing louder by the moment. The diner felt smaller, quieter, as everyone realized this night was about to change in ways none of them expected. Ethan moved forward slowly, each step deliberate, his eyes never leaving the men who stood frozen near the booth. The laughter had vanished from their faces, replaced by confusion and fear. The rumble of motorcycles outside grew louder, echoing through the diner like a warning. One of the men tried to speak, forcing a crooked smile, but no words came out. Ethan stopped a few feet away, his voice calm but heavy with authority. He asked a single question about respect, and the silence that followed felt heavier than shouting ever could. Customers sat perfectly still, afraid to breathe. Lily stood behind the counter, her heart racing, but she felt something new replace her fear. She knew her brother. Ethan never acted without reason, and when he did, people listened. Police sirens cut through the night, approaching fast. A customer had already called for help. The men's confidence collapsed completely as officers entered the diner, taking control of the situation. Handcuffs clicked, and the men were led away without protest. Ethan removed his jacket and gently placed it around Lily's shoulders. He pulled her into a quiet hug, shielding her from the stares and the memory of what had happened. Outside, the bikers waited respectfully. As the diner returned to silence, Lily realized something important. Strength didn't always shout. Sometimes it simply arrived, stood firm, and reminded the world that some lines should never be crossed.